Hello YouTube, I'm going to show you how you can change the motor mounts in your early 90s Ford Explorer. A lot of people say this can't be done because the front axle's in the way. I call bullshit. All you need, in fact, is this half-inch extension that changes from half-inch to 3/8. That's not necessary. What is necessary is this U-joint here. It allows the socket to swivel, and this is an 18mm socket, and this is all I used, stuck on an impact gun. I'll show you where in just a sec. I also want to say too, this is done with the engine removed from the vehicle, but the vehicle is not in any way jacked up. It is just slightly lifted from the lack of weight, and you can get at it without jacking up the vehicle. And here's the brand new motor mounts. There's one there, and one over here behind the transmission cooler lines. Okay, so here we are underneath the driver's side. This is the power steering box. Here's the front differential. And up in there you can see our motor mount bolt. Now, this is the angle that I would suggest approaching from, kind of right about in here. And it works pretty well. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm going to stick our socket up in there. You may have to wiggle it around a bit. Let's see. That is how you can gain access to it. It's a relatively straight shot. A few hits with an impact gun should do it. Did it for me. And mine were original 23 years old. Rusted on there. Let's go to the passenger side. Okay, so this is going to be a little tricky. Over here on the passenger side we have the I-beam swivel point, the bolt, and the slip yoke. Basically right underneath the slip yoke is the bolt. You can see here's the boot. You just go straight up from there. So there's the bolt. I'm going to try to get the flashlight about like that. So what you want to do in this case is view it from in front of the I-beam here, and then run your extension up in between the I-beam pivot point and the passenger axle shaft. And it's a pretty shitty angle, but it gets the job done. I don't know how well you can see that, but it gets up there, and then your drive is here. So as you're looking at the front, that's where the drive ends up. Now, like I said, it's a pretty steep angle, so you might end up breaking the universal joint. I didn't, but I can't say what'll happen for others. Mine's a cheapie though, so I'd count on at least getting this use out of it. So that's how you can reach it. Just gotta wiggle it a little bit, and then it'll come off too. It's a tight fit. There we go. So that's how to do your motor mounts on your first gen Ford Explorer.